Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're doing January readings by sign. I'll pick at random who is next. We have Pisces. Okay, welcome. Got your birthday coming up here pretty soon in the tropical zodiac. Alright, we're going to use the good tarot for you today, Pisces. Don't forget to check out your moon sign and rising sign for a more complete picture of the month. Alright. Ooh, something flipped over. Alright, the Empress. Number 3. Venus and Taurus energy. It's a couple more that flipped over. Let's go with that too. We have the Fool, the Messenger of Earth, which is the Knight of Earth. So we've got some very Taurian energy going on. The North Node and Uranus are in Taurus at this time. So maybe an unexpected new direction, especially with the Fool there, alluding to new beginnings, although we did just enter a new year in the Gregorian calendar. Let's see if there's any more messages for Pisces. Justice. Libra. Okay. Okay. And one more, the Ace of Coins. So we've got 3 cards of Earth here. Security, stability. That's always a good sign. And underneath the deck, wow, Ace of Water. All right, this is your element too. Ace of Cups, new love, new emotion, an overflowing of unconditional love. Whenever we have 2 aces in a reading, that often indicates a change of places. And with the Fool here, it looks like you are off to someplace new. All right. Or you're on a new journey. Some of you might be becoming a mother for the first time with the Empress there. All right. Let me get some clarifiers with our, use the traditional deck here, but take a minute to absorb what we have so far. All right, so the Fool gives me that energy of instability. You often see the Fool almost about to step off the cliff, and the Messenger of Earth has that secure, slow, and steady wins the race energy. And with the Ace of Coins there, it's like planting roots or seeds in a new location. The Justice card is indicating a rebalancing, where if things were unstable or in flux for a while, that things are now starting to settle down, with the Earth element showing up 3 times here. And underneath the clarifier deck, I have the 4 Wands. That's Venus and Aries. So this is a card of manifestation, an 1111 portal. Also grounding, taking your visions from the ether and bringing them into the physical world. There's a strong foundation being set down for you. Maybe in the past, if you've been notoriously flighty or indecisive or several relationships, this could be pointing to a more secure, stable partnerships, perhaps with an air or earth sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your clarifiers. 7 of Swords. Okay, that's Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius. Movement away again from that insecure or unstable past. 3 of Swords, yeah. Moving out of heartache. That's what you're moving away from. If somebody was dishonest with you or mistrustful, you found out a secret, it may have broken your heart and inspired you to go in a new direction. Your angels and guides are encouraging you to keep going in that direction. It can be tempting with Mercury retrograde to go back, to look back, but we don't want that. We want to keep focusing on moving forward. The Empress is also self-care and self-love. So there's a time of investing in oneself, loving oneself unconditionally. This Ace of Cups is here again to heal that broken heart. And then we have the Page of Cups. Yeah, something new is coming in. There you are, the fish in the cup. It's a surprise. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. In tropical astrology, we do have that full moon coming up in Cancer, January 6th. And the new moon in Aquarius on January 21st. And that is coming up here as well. New moon in Aquarius. Okay, so that might be the final straw. That might be the breaking point where things are finally cut loose. But you're making way for something fresh to come in. Next, we have the Five of Coins. Yep, leaving that in the past too. Loss, lack, or someone could see you in your time of need. They're in a good position here with the Justice card, the Ace of Coins, to be able to give you assistance if you've been down on your luck. Next we have, Queen of Pentacles. So going from this Five of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, it looks like you have a safe place to land. I got that security really strong with the Messenger of Earth, the Knight of Earth. It's the slowest moving card in the deck, but it's also the most secure. So there's something, I think, again, this karmic justice is coming back around. It's if someone did you wrong, then you're going to be repaid in kindness for your suffering. All right. Because, I mean, you are a very emotional person, Pisces. When you love hard, you go all in. You give your whole heart, is seen in the Ace of Cups. This could be, again, somebody, you could be the mother of their children, having to part ways from them, not knowing what the future will bring. But this is showing us that maybe in a court settlement or something, you will get the support you need, the security you need. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab your Queen of the Moon Oracle here. Ace of Coins, Queen of Coins. There is physical justice and reward on its way. Queen of the Moon, boundaries. All right. Yeah, I mentioned not going back, setting firm boundaries with people from your past that maybe have taken too much from you, left you destitute or wounded. So healthy boundaries is an indication of self-love. You show others how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. Okay. And I have a Rose Oracle for you. Release the petals. Transformation, death and rebirth, shedding all change. Yep. So there is an ending here. There's a walking away. And the more easily and proactively you release that energy, the more favor you're doing yourself. Okay, it's time to look out for number 1 this month, Pisces. And I'm going to get some Lenormand cards. It's a deck I haven't used for the other cards yet, but these seem to bring more clarity to a relationship situation, which is what I feel is going on here. Pisces, clarification. Okay, there's 3 here. All right, the moon came out. So moon cycles, we did mention that new moon in Cancer. I'm sorry, new moon in Aquarius near the end of the month in tropical astrology. So it could be that timing that you're waiting for. And also, practicing the releasing as we wane down into a new moon. We're often encouraged to get rid of things that have been weighing us down, holding us back, that we don't want to bring with us into this next cycle. And we have the fox. Yeah, there was some deception here. Somebody was lying. A fox in the hen house, Somebody couldn't be trusted. And that's the 7 of Swords, too. You're better off out of that environment. We have the cross, faith. Again, faith that you're ending up here. This is also a church window. They say, church has the warm, glowing light inside. It's offering help and aid to those in need. Could be that you're getting assistance from that earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or blessings are coming in the time of Taurus. But have faith that help is on the way. And then we have number 22, the staircase. It's interesting in sidereal astrology, the full moon, January 6th, is taking place at 22 degrees Gemini. And Gemini is a number 2. And it looks like, 2 paths, left or right. So it's either stay in the past or go towards the future. It's your choice. But if anything's indicating here, it's you have to have faith to release, to let go, that a net is going to catch you. All right. Let's look at your archetype card for the month of January. Pisces. The Self, number 29. Okay, could be 29 years old. If that's the case, might be going through a Saturn return. That usually brings major life changes: marriage, death, birth, divorce, things, major shifts. All right, and with the Empress there and the Ace of Cups, I did feel that self-love. It could be a rebirth of self, a renewal, pouring love into your own heart, that and seeking that from within instead of without. All right, we have the soul, the witness, the watcher. The self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place, and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The self is a central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back to witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin, and smolder in chaos. Yet the self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. So the Fool coming up there, again, beginning of this new journey of self-discovery. What else are you capable of? Other than everything you've accomplished up to this point. So reflect on that as the Page of Cups reflects on the fish in the cup, and contemplates and give yourself credit where credit's due for everything that you have endured, but understand that you don't have to endure it from this point forward. In its light aspect, the self is witnessing, accepting new aspects of self when dark, disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. If this card is perplexing for you, you are on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self, and the ego resists such movement. It's no surprise that two central mantras in the yoga tradition concern themselves with the self. Experiment with Soham, I am that, and Sat Nam, true identity. Okay, so yeah, this looks like you're coming into a time spent in solitude for a little bit. Get to know the real you. And by doing that and embracing that, you're going to attract your ideal partner coming in. So you're doing yourself a service. And let's take a look at your Heavenly Bodies astrology card. House 3, early learning, childhood relations, a rational mind, and communication. So third house ruled by Gemini. I did mention the Gemini energy here in the 22. So the full moon on the 6th coming up here very shortly might be the turning point. It might be the decision-making time, or, plus or minus 3 days. Doesn't have to be on the new moon, but I think it's where you decide to put yourself first and your well-being. And I wanted to draw the next card as Yang, proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. That's the Fool. The masculine fire energy of movement. And towards the end of the month, we have Mars going direct, that masculine energy. So that's when things may start actually taking off for you in a new direction. And underneath the deck, I have Aries, more masculine fire, independent bravery and passion. So having the courage to walk alone, because it's only going to be for a little while. Again, avoid falling back into any traps of codependency. It's being secure with yourself, feeling secure, going on your own, and you will attract another like-minded person who's on the same quest and who can walk beside you, but not lead you. All right. Let's do your Queen of the Moon Oracle. trust, the egg moon. Yeah, I felt that too in the release card. Did that come up for you? Yeah, release the petals. Transformation, death, and rebirth, shedding all change. So trust the process. Trust that, like you said, if you're falling, that you will be caught. The egg moon is a full moon, and she's safely contained here in the egg, ready to give birth to her new self. She's spending time alone with just her energy, absorbing all that love. Trust yourself. Develop trust. Develop self-trust, and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities. Begin to plan carefully for the future. It is the beginning, and I trust myself in all things. Apart from the trust we might develop spiritually with our higher power. Self-trust is the basis of all other trust. Self-trust is a surety that we can rely upon ourselves, that our decisions are valid, that we ourselves matter, that knowing ourselves combined with trusting ourselves leads to better, more informed decisions about all aspects of our life, including career and relationships. Self-trust is far more than a flashy show of confidence. It's a deeper and farther reaching than that. It is security at the very core, that no matter what, our wisdom matters and it is best. It allows for flow and for faith in oneself and the way you do things, moving and choosing in the world. Self-trust is a full acceptance of self. As accepting oneself becomes easier, thus self-trust will begin to shine. This gives great momentum to anything we choose to tackle or do. Our ancestors saw spring, the great thawing, as a new beginning. They would walk the marshes and plains and find newly laid eggs. More than just a symbol of fertility and new hope, the eggs meant that the worst of the cold was over and that the new life really was here. The egg moon was the time of celebration and rejoicing. The companion stone or metal is iron. Yeah, the Empress also has a reference to fertility and eggs and rebirth. Again, I mentioned of the rebirth of the self. Okay. Let's pick an angels and ancestors card for you. Mountains, stand your ground. Okay, mountains can also be a symbol of obstacles. Like I said, we did have the Knight of Coins show up here. Security, stability. Stay firm with your boundaries too, that we saw here in the waxing moon. So don't give in to maybe people that are begging you to stay or not to change, not to go. But this is your decision that you have to put yourself first. You have to stand your ground and protect what it is that you're building. Okay. Oh, yep, your animal medicine. Pisces. What animal medicine does Pisces need for January? The lizard, number 36. This card is called Dreaming. You do rule the 12th house of dreams and visions, the subconscious mind, Pisces. So lizard sat lolling in the shadow of a big rock, shading himself from the desert sun. Snake crawled by, looking for some shadow to coil up in and rest. Snake watched Lizard for a while as Lizard's eyeballs went side to side, his enormous closed lids. Snake hissed to get Lizard's attention. Slowly, Lizard's dreaming eyes opened and he saw Snake. Snake, you scared me. What do you want? Lizard cried. Snake spit his answer from his forked tongue. Lizard, you are always getting the best shadow spots in the heat of the day. This is the only big rock for miles. Why don't you share your shade with me? Lizard thought for a moment and agreed. Snake, you can share my shade spot, but you have to go to the other side of the rock, and you must promise not to interrupt me. It sounds like enforcing boundaries, doesn't it? Snake was getting annoyed. He hissed, How could I bother you, Lizard? All you're doing is sleeping. Lizard smiled knowingly. Oh, Snake, you're such a silly serpent. I'm not sleeping. I'm dreaming. Snake wanted to know what the difference was, so Lizard explained. Dreaming is going into the future, Snake. I go to where future lives. You see, that is where I know you won't eat me today. I dreamed you, and I know you're full of mouse. Snake was taken aback. Why, Lizard, you're exactly right. I wondered why you said you would share your rock. Lizard laughed at himself. Snake, he said, you are looking for shade, and I am looking for shadow. Shadow is where the dreams live. Lizard medicine is the shadow side of reality, where your dreams are reviewed before you decide to manifest them physically. I mentioned that in the Four of Wands too. So spending time in dream time, reflection, and contemplation. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Where do you want to plant your seeds that are it's going to be most fruitful for you? Lizard is the medicine of dreamers. Whether dreamers smoke you or dream you, dreamers can always help you see the shadow. This shadow can be your fears, your hopes, or the very thing you are resisting, but it is always following you around like an obedient dog. If Lizard dreamed a space in your cards today, it may be time to look and see what is following along behind you. Is it your fears, your future trying to catch up to you, or is it the part of you that wants to ignore your weaknesses and humanness? Lizard may be telling you to pay attention to your dreams and their symbols. Make a dream log and record all that you remember. Be sure to pay attention to each individual symbol or recurring pattern. If you do not remember your dream, or you could try setting a music alarm for 2 or 3 a.m., or you could try drinking a lot of water before bedtime and allow your bladder to wake you up. Dreams are very important. Pay attention to them. Okay, so your guides might be sending you messages and symbols in your dreams, helping to guide you on your next steps in this journey. Okay, I believe I can do some Making Magic cards. Fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. The elements. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. And Mystic Star. Harmony in the home and great friendships. Okay. So yeah. I sense with the elemental wheel here too, it does look like a cardinal cross, like the zodiac wheel. So at the time of the change of the seasons, this might be when you see these blessings come into your life, like the spring equinox, the summer solstice, the fall equinox. So those are going to be important time frames for you. All right, so I said great things are coming here in the Queen of Pentacles. We started with the Ace of Coins and the Ace of Cups. So there are good things waiting for you once you get out of the fog here. And underneath we have on target, follow your ideal life path. Beautiful. Finally, we'll end with some little angel cards out of the treasure chest. Let's see what we get. All right, balance. Well, the Justice card did come up. So maybe balancing some relationships, balancing your inner energies. Openness, remaining open to assistance that's coming in and the changes that come with it. And transformation. Beautiful. Yep, I did feel this feeling of going from dark to light here, from the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords, through this journey of self-discovery, past the Five of Coins and into the Queen. Okay, so that's what we're transforming. All right, I want to get 2 more. Okay, well, whatever that is, 3 more. We have healing. Yep, that's apparent. Self-love and the healing in the Ace of Cups that's coming. Acceptance, like I said, staying open and accepting to the changes that are coming. And exploration, yep. Maybe trying something new this month. Something, new, seeking out new knowledge, new lands, exploring your mind. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Pisces. If so, let me know. And hopefully we'll see you next month. Have a wonderful January and a great 2023. Thanks again. Bye-bye.